Hi. Okay. In your notes, here's all the stuff about Buddhism. Okay. So we are starting here with our last of the philosophies, Confucianism. I don't think this one's really that hard to understand. I just couldn't fit it in the other video, or it would have been like an hour and a half. No. So, Confucianism. Okay. Confucianism is another thing that a lot of the time I hear people lump it into like a religion. Oh, it drives me insane. Confucianism is not a religion. There's no worshiping anything in Confucianism. You worship Confucius. No, you don't. Uh-uh. Nope. It's just a philosophy. It's just a way to live your life. That's it. Okie dokie. Confucianism is founded by a guy named Confucius. Okay? Should be easy to remember. Confucius, Confucianism. And it should also be easy to remember. Confucianism wants to get rid of all of the confusion in the world. Oh. Okay, be careful though, because this always happens on your vocab quiz. And Confucianism is on your vocab quiz, if you haven't already had it yet. You probably just had it like yesterday, but whatever. Kids always put an S right here. And they try to spell it like confusion. It's not Confucianism. It's based on his name. Confucianism. Okay? When you see this right here, the word ethical ways, that means moral, right and wrong. Who determines what's right and wrong if this isn't a religion? It's a good question. Okay. First things first. You have another vocab word. I think it's on your vocab. It's a weird word. Can you hear the dogs playing? Rawr, 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 rawr. Filial. It's a weird word. Filial piety. I think that word filial is so ugly. Filial piety. Basically, having filial piety for people is having respect. That's it. Confucius is big on people having filial piety, respect. He says, you know what? If people will just respect themselves and each other, most of the problems in our world will go away. See, when we put confusion here, it doesn't mean confusion like, oh, I'm confused. I don't get it. It means confusion like chaos and problems and issues. The dogs are crazy. Okay, confusion isn't like our modern word where it's, I don't understand. It's all the problems in the world. Like right now with all this COVID stuff, you might feel like the world is a little crazy and confused because we don't know what's going on. What? It's not that we're confused. It's just kind of chaotic and crazy and weird. That's what confusion is about. I'm sorry. In this case, that's what confusion is about. Confucius lived during one, I'd have to look it up, of the Warring States periods. So this is one of the time periods where things are crazy. We have like different people claiming the mandate of heaven. And he's like, guys, just treat people right. And most of our problems will be fixed that quick. Filial piety. Have respect. You can always tell people that don't have respect for other people. They usually don't have respect for themselves either. And they're often going to be the people who are loudest saying, I'll respect you if you respect me. That's not what Confucius said, because that is disrespectful right there. You're like, how is that disrespectful, miss? You only doing something because they did it for you? That's not respect. That's I'm only going to do it because I get something from it. These dogs. I mean, they're playing, they're happy. Okay, look at this quote. I hope I have it set up. I do. This is a quote. This is a quote from Confucius. There we go. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Real knowledge is knowing how much you don't know. You know those people who know every answer to every question possible? But really, they don't know? They just want you to think that they know? They can't say, I don't know. It's like their whole world will just fall apart if they admit they don't know something. He says that's not really a very smart person. Confucius was highly intellectual. He was all about ethical morals and all about respect. And one of the things that he pushes is knowing the five right, not knowing, I'm sorry, having five right relationships. Now, when he says right, he doesn't mean right like if it's right or wrong. He means right like respectful. They should be right in that they are relationships that are respectful. Okay. Oops. Here we go. There we go. He says your world is going to be chaos, confusion, a mess if you don't have these five relationships right in your life. First of all, parent child. He says there should be respect in the parent child relationship. There absolutely should be. He says, kids, sorry, you are the child. When mom says take out the trash, don't give her lip and get up and go do it. It'll take you 30 seconds. Okay, a minute tops. Respect her and do it. Because she's probably been at work all day. Well, I've been at school all day. That's a respect issue. It is. Ugh, now that you all want to shoot daggers at me, you know what else he says? Parents, respect your kids too. Oh, now you like this. He says, look, these are reciprocal relationships. That means they should go both ways. Parent, you are the parent. And yes, what you say goes. But you should respect your kids too. So your kids don't listen to the same music you do. It doesn't mean it's crap. Respect them. I'm trying to think of an example. Mom says take out the trash. You're like, Mom, I'll do it in just a minute. I promise. Let me just finish this math problem. Mom should let you. That's respectful. Husband, wife. Girls. Confucius does not think women are anything. Okay, I'm saying this weird. Confucius is just like everybody else at this time with what women are good for. Babies, taking care of the man. Sorry. But he says, men, those ladies gave you those sons. Respect them. Now, ladies, you also respect your husband. It's reciprocal. Both sides should respect each other. He says, siblings, brothers and sisters. Ah, this one hurts me a little bit. You should respect each other. Why? Because my brother's weird. I don't want to respect him. Because your brother has strengths that you don't have, and vice versa. There are things I suck at a lot, like math, like talking to people, like whatever, that my brother is good at. I'm sure there's something that my brother sucks at that I can do that he can't. I looked at Flint and he stopped. Can you not do that, baby? Can you play but not bark? Yeah? Okay. Think about for a minute, just think about your house for a minute. If you and your parents treated each other with respect, and I don't mean it's all on you, sweet angels, it's reciprocal, it goes back and forth. Think about your home for a minute. If husband and wife treated each other respectfully, maybe we wouldn't have the divorce rates that we have. I don't know. Maybe we would. I don't know. Think about your fights with your brothers and sisters. If we were just respectful, wouldn't your home be a much more peaceful place? Probably. He also says friends. Friends should respect each other. He says you call each other friends, but you talk about each other behind your back? What? He said that's not friends. Friends should respect each other. Here's a big one. Subjects, the people. I'm sorry. He says whether or not you like your king doesn't make any difference. It is still who the spirits chose to put on the throne. We don't know why. We don't understand why. You might not like him. Who cares? You respect him. Whoa, think about that for a minute. In America, it's reciprocal though. Rulers, have some respect for your people too. They're the people that like feed you with their farms. They're the people that pay you taxes. They're the people that make all of your stuff. All of these relationships are respectful. Yes, all of these relationships are reciprocal. They go back and forth. Think about your life. Again, personally, if your household, if all the relationships in your household respected each other. Guys, respect doesn't mean you always agree. It doesn't mean you always like. It doesn't. I don't like your music, probably. That's okay. You probably don't like mine. You probably come into my room before school during lunch or whatever, and you're like, oh my gosh, it's this weird German industrial stuff again. And you say this to me, because you do. Miss, can we listen to no? But Miss, it's good music. I don't care. We don't like the same music. But does that mean I hate you? No. Guys, you can respect each other. You can respect an opinion. You can respect a like or a dislike. And still not like it. Are you with me? I have no idea what this video is going to sound like. Flint, baby, I'm working. No barking. Good boy. He's such a good boy. Okay, you want to see Confucius? I just love him. You ready? Oh, I went the wrong way. Oops. Okay, are you ready? Isn't he cute? Not like I want to date him. No, but look how cute he is. Um, I always feel like he kind of has a look of confusion on his face. He's just cute, and I love his little teeth. I just think he's cute. So this is Confucius. You will see this picture again. Oh crap! You may not. You're not AP. It is on the AP test. I don't know if it's on your test. I don't remember honestly, but it is on the AP Far East test. Okay, look. Where is it? Here it is. Something else about Confucianism that's a big deal. Intellect. Having a brain and using it. Being smart. He says, you know, a lot of our problems come from government leaders who don't really know what they're doing. I would bet a lot of you still feel this way today. And he says that the problem is with a monarchy. See, my son could be a complete idiot. But if I'm king, then my son is going to be the next king. Even if he's a complete idiot, even if he has absolutely no idea how to rule, he is going to be the next king, regardless. There's nothing to say about it. He's next. And Confucius says, well, that's just stupid. He says people who don't know what they're doing shouldn't be king. They shouldn't be in the government. Only those with the talent to lead, the talent to rule, the talent to do what's right by the people should be able to be in the government. Okay, we would be like, amen. Okay, he's not talking about democracy in any way, shape, or form. Not at all. Okay. But China does have a big bureaucracy, not just a king, but other people that work with the king. And he's saying, look, you shouldn't be appointed to positions if you don't know what you're doing. I should not be teaching US history. I don't know it. So if you appoint me to a US history position, I'll be like, well, yeah, I don't know. I know as much American history as you have. Or no, because I've had as much as you've had. I don't know. I'm not talented enough to teach that. When he says those with talent, he doesn't mean like, oh, you can sing and dance. No, he means up here. Have you learned whatever it is you're doing? See, I make mistakes all the time. I make mistakes. I'm like, oh, Confucius lived in the 600s. No, he didn't. Oops, sorry, he didn't. But what was that? Where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, I make mistakes all the time. But I don't pretend to know things that I don't know either. I look it up. I know he didn't live in the 600s. When did he live? I mean, how many times do I do this in front of you guys in class? Where I'm like, I don't know. You can't possibly know everything. Oh, dang. Look how close I was. Whoa. Cool. Pretty close. But you can't possibly know everything about a subject. He understands that. That's why they have a bureaucracy in China. It's not just the king who controls everything. You have bureaucrats that specialize in things. He says, okay, so if you're going to be the treasury person, then you should probably know about economy and money. If you're going to be the education person, you should probably have a background in education. Go figure. If you're going to be the, war person, you should probably have been a warrior at some time. And he actually says we should give a test to make sure that people who want to be in the government know what they are doing. It's called a civil service exam. It's making sure that they know basic stuff about China, about economics, about how to lead the government, stuff like that. Basic civil service exams. China is going to start doing that, not with their kings, not with their princes, but they will adopt this idea from Confucius for bureaucracy, for bureaucrats, okay, for like people in charge of things that are more specialized. I had to take a test. To prove that I know history enough that I can teach it. Not US history, world history. Then I had to take another test later. There was like a big mix of all of it. But I passed it. First time. But here's the thing, guys, we give these type of tests, teachers, I don't know about like everybody. Well, like beauticians do it. They take their whatever it is. Lawyers take their bar exam. I know electricians have something that they have to take. I'm trying to think of some of my friends that have taken things. Yeah, so I mean, I know that people do have tests to make sure that you actually know whatever it is. Freya, get off of Sophie. Get off. Do you see my dog? Look at my dog. Freya, get off of Sophie. I'll be right back. Let me go deal with my child, my little rambunctious child. Dogs. Frey just likes to stand on Sophie sometimes. I don't know. I mean, I know it's like dominance. I get that, but okay. So this right here, she's still just standing there staring at me. Freya, get off of Sophie. Oh my gosh. I need to ignore it. I need to finish teaching because I'm almost done. This right here is a picture of some Chinese dudes taking their civil service exam. Good girl. What a good girl. The civil service exam will turn into like this big thing where not at first, but eventually they will be like sequestered, and it's called a cell, but it's not a cell like we think of. It's just like a little room, okay? But where they'll be sequestered. This test took like 3 days. I don't remember all the details, but it took like 3 days. You got to have little breaks. You slept in the cell, but if you did that, you were giving up time. Like if you like in the STAR test, if you go to the bathroom during the STAR test, okay, but you don't like that's it. You're using your time to take the test. Same type idea here. This is another picture of a civil service exam also, where the people over here, like move my head. Here we go. Where the people over here are taking the test, and these are like, I don't know, the people giving the test. What do you think? Civil service exam. Good idea? I mean, it makes sure that you know that the people who are in those positions actually have the brains to be in those positions. And like I said, the Chinese government is going to adopt this for most of the rest of their time. Um, I don't know if communist China today does civil service exams. I don't know. I know that whenever the Mongolians take over China, they throw it out. They're like, we don't need this. And then whenever the Mongolians get kicked out and the Chinese take over again, they bring it back. So, okay, I think that's it. Let me double check. Yeah. All right. Mongolia is next.